going on, man? We are back in black in the building. Shout out to everybody out there at the Court Plantation doing what they need to do. We made it back again. Man, I got a different topic. It's gonna be along the lines of voting, but I want y'all to hear from a different perspective. This looks like the real info. Our brother Don Lemon. He out there making moves and interviewing people and doing what he got to do. So we're going to get into it. First of all, you already know the thing. We're going to do shout out. Shout out to Arizona. Shout out to Vegas. All my cities out there in Vegas. Shout out to the homegirl Shawnee in Philly. Philly in the building. The homegirl Erica in the building. Florida, a.k.a. Florida, is definitely in the building. Shout out to my brothers, James Youngblood, Mike Drop. Go check him out. Shout out to Houston, Texas, Dallas, Texas, Austin, Texas, Waco, Texas, San Antonio, Texas is definitely in the building. You gotta rep all them cities in Texas. Texas is so big. So shout out to my brother James Youngblood, Mike Drop, and shout out to my brother Dave from No Compromise. Jojen is in the building. Go check out No Compromise TV. Look it up on YouTube. Go on Instagram, Twitter, No Compromise. It's not hard to spell. N-O Compromise. God damn, go follow that brother. Man, we got, like I said, we got a very interesting topic. It's a little different, but we gonna get into it. Oh, shout out to the homegirl Melina, all the way from North Carolina, aka North Kakalaka. Gotta give my sister a shout out. Let's get it. Man, we're going to get right into it, man. I was rolling just watching this. And, it came across my news feed. I get different things that come across my news feed, and I'm pretty sure y'all got it too. But our brother Don Lemon, do y'all remember Don Lemon? Working for CNN? Well, Don Lemon hit the streets and started asking people who they going to vote for. These are a lot of these people are foundational Black Americans that he's talking to. And I just want you to hear it. Let's be subjective. Let's not be objective. Just listen to it, because I really want you to hear it. I'm gonna play it a couple of times. He hit the streets and started asking people questions about, our candidates, and they are giving real answers. And you would be surprised what people are saying. Let's listen.
How are you feeling about the election?
I'm going for Trump. I feel like every time.
This is a foundational Black American sister. Just listen to what she's saying. Let's listen to what she's saying. It's not going to be all just Trump, but just listen to what she's saying.
Like every time they don't want somebody who is good for us to win, they throw somebody black in our face thinking that's...
Did she just say, I'm voting for Trump? We're going to start from the beginning. I'm voting for Trump. And every time they don't want a person to win, they throw somebody black in our face. Just listen.
How are you feeling about the election?
I'm going for Trump. I feel like every time they don't want somebody who is good for us to win, they throw somebody black in our face thinking that's going to make us vote for the black person.
I voted for Obama because he was black. I don't want to vote for her because she's the first black woman to run for president or to win.
I don't vote.
Well, I want Donald Trump. I'm sorry. I want Donald Trump.
Why do you apologize?
Well, I know nobody likes him, but we had good times with Donald Trump.
I'm running for Trump, so.
You are?
That was a dominant society lady that said, I'm sorry, y'all don't. The people that's apologizing, those are dominant society people, because they know he's anti-black racist too. But this is a foundational Black American woman he's speaking to right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, why?
Yeah. I don't know. I just always been a fan of his, so that's what I'm running for.
I used to be against
See?
Trump. I used to live in Virginia. I saw the bad side of it, but really moving to Cleveland, but I saw the other side of it.
I'm supporting Trump
You are. Mm-hmm. Because?
because it has to change.
Yeah.
It has to change, and now I vote more for what fits me better as a person rather than voting for the black person or voting for the first woman. So.
How are you feeling about the election?
Did y'all hear that? I want you to hear, just, let's be subjective, but I just really wanted, us to hear this. Here, there's another one where he's on the streets of Cleveland, and let's see if they play it. Hold on real quick. It's going to be some of the same things, but some other people too.
About the election? Kamala Harris all day long.
It's going to be my second time voting, so I'm ready for it.
I'm going for Trump.
I'm excited for Kamala Harris and Tim Walz.
I don't feel like comfortable with the candidate.
I think Trump's gonna win.
I feel like it's leaning towards Trump for sure.
It sucks because I don't know what's going on. The world is a mess.
Oh, not very good, I guess. I don't really like either candidate.
I'm just trying to keep my hopes up here. We're kind of in despair.
I'm a little hopeful. I'm hoping that things go in a positive direction.
This is a sister, Foundation of Black American sister.
For change.
I wish we had 2 new candidates.
We're going to have a first woman president, or we're going to have Trump back in office, so it's going to be changed either way.
This is J.D. Vance's home state, and you're not rooting for him?
I'm okay on him.
Not Republican, so I like J.D. Vance.
No.
Because?
I don't agree with his ideals.
No, not a fan.
Why not?
Not what I believe in.
Trump or Kamala Harris?
Donald Trump.
I don't vote.
Have to go Trump, man. I
That's a brother who said I have to go Trump.
have to. Yeah, Trump. I got to go Trump.
Kamala Harris. No comment.
I'm running for Trump, so.
I'm supporting Trump.
Kamala is doing a great job.
And what is she doing? Y'all notice ain't nobody saying, I don't like some of his policies. I don't really like some of the mandates. You know, I don't like this. You notice ain't nobody said, well, when Trump was in office, you know, we had this, this, and this, and this. You notice that. Maybe it's coming up, but just listen.
But I'm probably not going to vote.
It's like they just pushed her in.
Now I vote more for what fits me better as a person, rather than voting for the black person.
I would vote for Trump.
Kamala Harris.
What about you?
The black lady.
Gas wasn't this high when Trump was our president. Food wasn't this high. I'm going for Trump.
My first time voting was 2020. I think I wrote my name or someone else in.
With exactly what he said, you know, he has the intellectual side of it.
So I just thought I would play you that. And the reason why you're like, damn, why are you playing this? I'm playing this because I want y'all to see the senses of the American commoner. This is the real info. This is the people on the streets. This is how people are, think about what people are doing. People are voting based on, oh, she black, I'm gonna vote. I like him better. I've always been a fan of his. Nobody's really, only one sister was like, well, gas wasn't higher, which that I don't really relatively think a lot of that has to do with a single politician. I think that has to do with a culmination of politicians who are all greedy, who don't give a fuck about the American people, paying these high-ass gas prices and tax prices. But that's just me. But if you notice, to me, that's the real info. That's your real average neighbor, your real average coworker or supervisor, and that's how they think. Why do you think the 5% nation, they're geniuses? They're not lying. 85% of people are deaf, dumb, and blind. 10% know the true knowledge but chooses not to share it. And then 5%, which are the poor righteous teachers, will make sure you have the information that you need to have, right? So those people that I just played, what are we talking about? We're talking about lacking information. Lacking information. Some people vote on a feeling. Some people vote on a hunch. Some people vote because this person is black, that person is black. You know, but you notice ain't nobody said Dr. Claude Anderson's book, nobody said you're supposed to vote your interest. So whatever your interest is, that if that politician doesn't align with your interest, why would you vote for him? There was less people saying that. Now, the one thing I will give Don Lemon credit on, I said Don Lemon, give him credit on, is he did call out Kamala Harris pretending to be a foundational black American when she's East Indian. So I will give him credit on that. He does a lot of Sambo things, but I give him credit on that. And he was on CNN when he did it. But I just wanted you to have that real info because I want you to see, just look and just be subjective. Don't be objective, just be like, you should either be like, wow, man, we got to get this information out there. Oh, wow, these dumb motherfuckers. Or like, wow, because these are grown people that he's interviewing. So what does that tell you? That tells you that the educational system is not educating people and giving them the right information. You should be giving them Democratic information, Republican information, and then you should be giving them information about voting your interest. It should be 3 sides. You should have to take all 3. When I took U.S. government in high school, all they did was fucking talking about the dominant societies, rule, the presidents, stuff like that. But it was never like, okay, you know, when it comes to vote, you want to vote your interest. You vote your political interest, but your political interest should go inside with your racial group's interest because that's what politics. Politics are the gatekeepers of resources. That's all they are. Most politicians are part of the dominant society, or sometimes they're immigrants. No diss to Sheila Jackson Lee, but she wasn't a foundational Black American. I know she passed away, and I'm not trying to be disrespectful, but we have to look at that. That's why you notice now they're bringing out Kamala Harris and Barack. They're bringing her out, and then the people that they got behind her, right? The Michelle Obamas, the Barack Obamas, the Hillary Clintons, they got all the same old style, right? Because in my personal opinion, I think they think we're deaf, dumb, and blind. We're that 85%. I think they know they can come out with a bottle of hot sauce, do the Dougie, and do the stanky leg, and go eat at a soul food restaurant, talk to a couple of niggas that cut hair, and then after that, oh, I got y'all vote. Because y'all niggas ain't gonna ask for nothing. Because they got people like Steve Harvey telling people don't be asking to just do shit for Black folk. Now, let me tell you something. They'd have asked me, I would have said, I think Donald Trump is funny as a human being, but as a political leader, if he doesn't have anything specific in his agenda for Black folk, he won't be getting my vote either. And people, you know, and of course people be like, well, why? Well, because I'm trying to replace the system of racism, white supremacy, and I'm trying to establish a system of justice, meaning the racial group that needs the most constructive help receives the most constructive help. And since foundational Black Americans built this country for free without repayment, who do you think I feel like deserves the most constructive help? That's what you were saying. Just keep it moving. They probably won't publicize it, but somebody will hear you say that and be like, wow. And that's how you gotta be. And that's how you gotta look at it. That's the real info that you just heard. The census of those people speaking on why they're gonna vote for this person and who, that's the real info. Because that's the average voter. That's the average commoner. That's the average fickle crowd. Get you a Black's Law dictionary. Look up commoner. Fickle crowd. Dumbasses. That's what it means. Get you an etymology dictionary, look up those terms. And that's exactly what we're dealing with in the United States of America. And the political atmosphere is so decadent, dumb, deaf, blind. As your average commoner, well, who are the people in the Electoral College and why don't we know who they are, where they live? How do you get appointed to be a part of the Electoral College? Why is that even in existence? And why do we have to only choose Republican and Democrat? Let's take out super PACs and people donating money, and you got to get the word out via social media. And you have to have your policies, procedures, what you plan on doing on deck. Without a writing team, you have to go out there. No. Let's get raw and uncut. What do you plan on doing for the community? You'll never get that because we're too deaf, dumb, and blind. That's why. And no one, for the sake of God, would say, why is it we have to choose between the Republicans and the Democrats? Why we can't just create a whole nother party that's in the vested interest of the racial group that needs the most constructive help? I'm waiting to see when somebody gonna say it. And not a person that's, you know, deeply read, just an average person who knows who Neely Fuller Jr. is and Dr. Claude Anderson is. Why are we not saying that? Why is that information not traveling? That's why I said the real info. You know why? Because that is the info. That's your red pill. Even though the majority of people are taking blue pill smoothies and going to bed and waking back up, or the blue pill milkshake, but that's the real info. Because that's exactly who is going out to the polls and voting. And people are not voting their interest, they're voting their emotion. You want to base it off facts, not feelings. Remember that. Oh, I'm going to just be dropping little tidbits. I would suggest you read Black Labor, White Wealth by Dr. Claude Anderson. And I would also suggest you read Powernomics by Dr. Claude Anderson. And if you want to take it a step farther, and if you are ready, I would suggest you read the ISIS Papers by the most honorable Dr. Francis Quest Welsing. Go read the ISIS Papers. Keys to Color. Just read it. Read the first couple of chapters. It's going to blow your mind. Or you can go read Michelle Alexander's The New Jim Crow and watch how Obama and all these other people passed on the laws. People don't even know. You try to tell people the majority of the presidents are related, and you try to tell people that Barack Obama is related to the Bushes or the Cheneys. He's like the 8th cousin removed, but he's actually related to the Cheneys. People look at you upside your head. I wonder why Donald Trump kept saying, let's see his birth certificate. He's not from here. And everybody got all upset. And I remember one time I was like, why he keep saying that shit? Why does he keep saying it? And then I remember I forgot who it was. Somebody was like, my nigga, you know he a billionaire, so he probably got access to shit that we'll never have access to. And this was years ago. This was like 2009, 2010. I just was like, man, you know, he racist. Why he saying that? Like, why does he keep saying that? And then it was a brother, I forgot who it was. He was like, nigga, you know you're a billionaire, right? So they have access to shit you'll never have access to. Then it comes out his real name is Barry Soetoro, and his stepfather was the VP of BP Oil, and that he inherited over $550,000 when his grandmother died. The Dominant Society grandmother, by the way. Bet you y'all didn't know that. So when you think that Barack Obama and his family is for you, remember when he was walking Neo through the training module in the Matrix? It was a training program, and a girl with red hair walked by, and he was like, damn, he was like, look again. And it was an agent pointing a gun at him. You better go look at Barack Obama and the rest of these people they're parading around you. Go look at them again. And go look at the Republicans again and say, neither party really suits my needs. Yeah, Kanye West shrugged. I'm out. I'm not going to vote for either one. Then eventually people going to be like, damn, these motherfuckers ain't voting. The game only works when people participate. Once the participators, which are the commoners, say, we don't really want to play this game anymore. Now they got to come up with a more creative idea to get you back into the matrix. So remember, when you are looking and listening to the average person talk about who they going to vote for, whether it's Trump or Kamala, and they're not talking about a specific agenda for black folk and they are foundational black American, you should say, oh man, poor thing. Oh man, that's sad. Man, what we gonna do about this person? They're gonna be thinking you talking about Trump or talking about Kamala, and you say, you. Because there's a certain age and time limit where it's like, nigga, you ain't read Dr. Claude Anderson, you don't know who Dr. Claude Anderson is? Then that's a problem. Sounds like a personal problem to me. But anyway, man, that is my time. I just thought I would play that for you and drop that on y'all heads real quick. But remember, the 5% Nation, shout out to Lord Jamar, man, they was not lying. Like, it's almost scary of 85% of the people are deaf, dumb, and blind. 10% of them know the true knowledge but choose not to share it. And then 5% are the poor righteous teachers that are sharing the knowledge. And I would consider Dr. Francis Cress Welsing, Dr. Claude Anderson, Neely Fuller Jr. I would consider them our poor righteous teachers who have left us documents and documentation and so many references and so much information that we can go research that we choose not to because we just want to vote off of emotion. I am done. Guilty, nigga. Peace. I'm out.